Welcome to Integrity Automotive, Suffolk's premium used car retailer, and today we've got something really quite special. Land Rover Defender 110 XS. This has got the 2.4 Puma engine in it. The reason why we purchased this particular model is because we've just taken delivery of an Ineos Grenadier. For those who are not familiar with the Ineos product, it's the vehicle that has potentially replaced this, and we wanted to see whether the new product could live up to the original. This particular car we selected, we travelled a long way to pick this one up. It's had one owner from new. He bought it direct from the original supplying dealer in London. The only reason why he had to sell the car was because of the emission zone. This means this car is absolutely as clean underneath as it is on top. The car's not been put through any off-road use, and he's fitted over the passage of time some really nice extras on this. The extras that he's fitted not only are exceptional quality, but he's also done a really good job in terms of the fitment. I'm going to give you a walk around the car. I'll show you some of the advantages of this vehicle, and I can't stress how clean this example is. We've sold loads of Defenders over the years, from Twisted, Wildcats. In fact, our last Wildcat that was in here had a 6.2 litre LS3 engine in it. It was a really great bit of kit. But from a condition point of view, even how well the doors close on this one cannot be beaten. So, just a quick walk round. First of all, I'll draw your attention to the tyres. Now, I'm a big fan of the BF Goodrich tyres. These are the KM2 tyres. I started this there because I use the KO2 tyres. These are a more mud terrain, but you'll see the aggressive lugs on the side which help protect the sidewalls. There's not much road noise from these. In fact, I've just had these fitted to a vehicle of my own, which we're doing a bit of a project with. And out of the 5 tyres that we fitted, we didn't even have to fit any weights. The tyres were completely balanced correctly without the requirement of any weights on the alloys. So really good quality tyre. Plenty of meat on those, and next owner will get plenty of use out of those. You'll notice the Mantic higher air intake. This allows fresh air, prevents dust getting sucked into the engine and clogging up the air filters. So a really nice feature. Around the front of the car, you'll see this a lot, so not too special, but we've got the LED lights which give superb visibility. But while we're on the topic of lights, these are an absolute game changer. So these are the laser lights. Not only have we got 2 integrated lights at the front, you can see that we've also had a new grille fitted here to make these fit seamlessly, but you've also got the roof mounted light bar. Now, I've tested these and I was that impressed with them. I've just ordered some, again, for the same car that I'm talking about where we've changed the tyres. They're going on mine. I have looked at some Baja lights that we were importing from America, but this English brand are doing a superb job, and I was really impressed with the light that they gave off during a very dirty road track that I went down and tested these out. Warrior winch, familiar with these. Our tow vehicle, that's exactly the same brand of winch that I use day in, day out on our tow vehicle. It's given me many years worth of use, and you'll also notice the nylon rope on here, which tends to be people's preferred choice over the old steel ropes. Don't corrode, and I think there's probably less risk of these snapping over the passage of time. This particular winch you can use with a hookup, or it can be used remotely. There's also an additional charge point in the back here as well, which again, for people who are doing any overlanding, could prove to be really useful if you want to give someone a jump start. The bumper, that's also been changed. Really sturdy steel bumper on there, going straight onto the chassis, and that's been changed so it can house this really powerful winch on there. These look like standard steps to get in the vehicle, but actually they're a more aggressive, better made step that's actually a rock slider. So these will add protection if you are doing any overlanding or proper 4x4 in. These will help protect your sill. The car can actually scrape or sit on these and it won't then damage the chassis or the side of the car. This is standard. You see these on a lot of Land Rovers. This is original product from Land Rover. This is a steel roof rack. I like the steel ones on this type of car as opposed to an aluminium one. With Ali, although it's lighter, they are susceptible for bending and denting. This, I think, gives really good protection for the roof of the car. If there are any overhanging branches, if they hit this will just move them out of the way and protect the roof. So a small detail, but I think quite an important one, because you won't find this on many Defenders, but this just goes to show the level of detail that the previous owner went to. There's a little wire coming through here, and that's because he's changed these wing mirrors to be heated. This is the first Defender that I've owned where it's got heated wing mirrors. I know in modern cars that's something that we take for granted, but in this, a really nice feature, particularly that this one also comes with the heated front windscreen. So in winter, not only will you get your defrost on your front screen, but also your mirrors will also be defrosted. This addition on the side of the car, this is where the air is drawn in. It's nice to see this cowling on the top. It just sucks air in from underneath rather than on the top. If you're in cold climates where there's snow or under a tree where it's maybe dropped some debris down, this just prevents the air from not being able to get inside where it's being sucked in from underneath. So again, just a small detail which we think is again complementing the overall vehicle. Moving back, again, people see this as just being standard. It isn't standard on this vehicle. This is actually a light commercial vehicle. These were not fitted with windows in the back. Not only has this got windows that came out of the factory with these, it's also got the seats in the back. So the benefits that you get in here is the fact that if you were to run this through, let's say your business as a company car, you get the benefit of it being a commercial vehicle, but with all the added benefits of having the extra seats and the windows in the back of the car. Brandon, if I can just bring you around the back of the car, this is aircraft grade stainless steel made by a British company called Griffin. Again, really good example. That ain't going to rot, rust. That'll last the lifetime of the vehicle. Again, good access on the back of the vehicle with the steps up to the roof rack. You'll also notice this car's got a reverse camera. So head unit's been changed, which I'll show you on the inside of the car. All the lights, LEDs. Mud flaps in great condition. And the rear tints on the back of the car just help it keep a little bit cooler in the summer months, and it also makes it look good. Okay. So these are the bits that I like to see on vehicles. It's the attention to detail that really does set cars apart, and this is what comes standard on a Defender as the expansion tank for the cooler. Nothing wrong with this, it works perfectly well. The problem in the design is that you can't see the level of the coolant without taking the lid off. So if it's warm, you're certainly not going to want to be taking the top off. So what the previous owner has done is he's fitted this over-engineered expansion tank by Alice Sport. It is made from aluminium, but at the side here you can see the level of coolant. So small details that make a real big difference and make this really into the car that it is and sets it apart from anything else. The car has also had a very light stage 1 remap. It's a plug and play. You can take that on off if you want to, or you can leave it on. We've got all the diagnostic equipment to be able to do that. Plugs into the OBD, and it's a couple of minutes just to remove that if you wish to do so. I've driven the car. I think it does just enhance this Puma and just gives you a little bit more torque. And I think anyone who buys the vehicle will want to leave it on there. So moving to the inside of the vehicle and the benefits or the enhancements that have been put on the outside, we've also got enhancements on the inside as well, which have also been done to a really high standard. Let me show you what we've done. So starting with the interior enhancements, a common improvement would be down to the head unit. This one is a Pioneer system. Not only has the head unit been changed, but we've also improved the speakers with tweeters, the normal speakers, and there's also a subwoofer in this. So the sound quality is excellent. It will also now give the car satellite navigation and, as I referred to earlier, the rear view camera. Because of the bigger head unit, it means that the original switch gear has had to be moved, but it's all been done exceptionally well. These are the original switches, which are now been relocated to accommodate the head unit. And underneath, you can see again, everything's been wired in exceptionally well. And in keeping with the car, these are for all the additional spotlights that I showed you on the external of the vehicle. Being an XS, it comes with the standard heated seats. I've mentioned the heated wing mirrors, and the heated front screen. The Momo steering wheel, not only does it look good, but one of the other benefits I've always found with the Defender, a smaller steering wheel gives me a little bit more room, and it stops me banging my arm on the side here as I'm driving the vehicle. From a comfort point of view, this box here has been added with extra cushioning, so again you can get a really nice seating position, and all the dashboard has been finished in stitched leather. So the seats again have been really well preserved in this. They're like brand new underneath, and that's because we've got these waterproof covers on here which fit absolutely superb on these seats. And down by the footwell in the passenger side, you can just see the cut-off for the winch on the front of the vehicle. Moving to the back of the car, you'll see that this is fitted with factory mats. These go right through the vehicle, front, middle and rear. And you can also see the Alpine subwoofer. So just to point out just another little detail on this vehicle, the rear door you can see opens on its own, and that's because the previous owner has fitted a little strut in here. That strut just gives it the balance to open, whereas with the standard Defender you really do need to work quite hard sometimes, particularly if there's any wind, to get the door open, and then it's always susceptible to it blowing close on you. So that's a real nice touch. In the back, he saved the original box for the head unit and the remap. The remap, as I've said, you can take on, leave it off, plug it into the OBD report, and it's dead easy to do. And then you've got your cameras on the front and back of the car. The rear one's just fitted here. The front one is just in front of the rear view mirror. Finally, again, finishing touch is the laser light, that's a work light at the back. This gives plenty of floodlight at the back, so if you're doing any work around the back of the vehicle or simply just want to have a bit more visibility, if you're off-road and you're reversing at night, this will certainly light the track up for you. And again, really, really good quality equipment. So there we have it. Quick walk round of our Defender 110 XS. What we believe is probably one of the cleanest examples available on the market today, and certainly well sorted with all the optional extras that have been put on here. Very shortly, we're going to be sending out another video to directly compare this vehicle against the new Ineos Grenadier. We'll give you our honest opinion of what we think are the benefits of each car and what we like about them, and also what we don't like. So please like and subscribe and watch out for the next video.